What's up, everybody? This is Zach from A Beta Massive Flesh, and you are listening to The Rooster Show.
Hello, my friends, and welcome to the Rooster Show. This is Rooster Jones. Yes, this is your host, your favorite host. You've never had a better host, ever. Hello, and welcome.
Hello, how are you?
Hey, what's up, buddy? Good to have you. Welcome aboard. Sorry, I was a little behind.
No
My
problem.
yeah, it was actually a pretty dumb mistake. I was about ready to start it. I'm like, oh, the background. My background was the last band I was doing.
I
So I'm
think
like, yeah.
is Paul waiting? I think Paul's wait. Is Paul in the waiting room? Let me see where he's at.
Yeah, there he is. Yeah, I see him right there. Boom. Got him.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, we're just waiting for Big Daddy, and I guess he's running a little behind. That's all right. We'll talk to him a little bit. So,
Here I am.
aha, welcome aboard, my friend.
Thank you.
Yes, yes. Well, goodness gracious, we have today Testimony of Apocalypse. It's so excellent to have you guys. A total fan. Let's get that out of the way. And full disclosure. And so I think that what you guys are doing is amazing. I love the vocals. I wish he was here for that right now, but the gothicness of it It's just it has almost like a Fields of Nephium type of vibe. We just woo, and I love Gothic too. So yeah. So tell me, man, tell me about your brother. We got Paul here, and we got Nick. So Nick, you're the first one here. So let's start with you. Tell me what you
What do you
what
want
you
to
do.
know?
Okay, so you were a bassist at first, right? And then you
Uh,
changed to guitar and keyboards?
no, so I did guitar for Testimony Apocalypse. I did the guitar and bass for the first album. Then on last album, I just did the guitar and Derek did bass.
Ah,
So yeah, I'm so Derek's the one who he took over bass, but I've actually played the guitars and bass on the first album.
okay. Is this your first band, or have you been with other bands before?
I've been with other bands. I actually played it in a band with Paul for a long time prior to this, actually.
Not
Um,
Sacrament. What?
no, after Sacrament,
Oh,
I was too young for Sacrament, but we played in a band called Risen. We were more like
okay.
rock, blues rock. We did that for how many years, Paul?
Shoot. I think it was 13 or
Yeah.
14 years.
Wow. I gotta check that out. I can't believe I haven't heard
Yeah,
it.
it's not metal or anything. It's more like blues rock. Uh,
Oh, okay.
what it was actually a band that we started when I taught senior high Sunday school at my
Ah,
church. And Nick was one of my students. So he was one of the students that we made the band with. So it was made up of all pretty
ah.
much, there was like 13 students and like 2 or 3 adults when it first started. So
That's awesome.
yeah, it was fun. It was it's not what we're doing now. But it was good because that's where, Nick learned about Sacrament, that I played in Sacrament, and he liked Sacrament.
Whoa.
So
Oh,
when
you.
when there was a chance that we were going to do like a 30-year reunion album with Sacrament, that's what we were talking about doing. And we were having trouble getting a hold of the one of the guitars players for Sacrament, and I thought, well, wait a minute, I know Nick likes Sacrament, and I think he can play this. I'm going to ask Nick if he would be interested in doing it. And he said,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. I would definitely do it.
Yeah.
Long story short, that didn't work out, but it did work out because me and Nick and the original singer from Sacrament, Mike Tyrone, formed Testimony of Apocalypse. So
Ah.
it kind of all worked out in the end anyway. Now we're working on our third album. And Mike is no longer singing for us now. Derek is singing for us, so
Yeah.
we've had some changes, but we're still moving forward. I mean, we're still
Yeah.
playing. I never thought I would be playing this style today, but
Of
here we are.
course.
Yeah,
Man. Woo. When they say punk's not dead and all that stuff, we really mean it, huh? Boy. That's right,
yep.
man. We're not gonna end up. Yeah, don't back down anytime soon, man. Let that spirit run through you, man, on that drum set.
Yeah, that's the plan. I
Good.
mean,
I
you
mean,
know,
goodness gracious.
I can still
It's
play.
your
So
joy. You're amazing at what you do. I mean, it's just you have such a signature sound too. I mean, really, I could definitely tell when I'm like, listen, I'm like, that's my boy. That's my guy. I love Sacrament. I've always been like ever since day one of Sacrament. I've been a fan. So sorry. Then I got I love both of all three of the CDs actually. All three of the albums are amazing. So, anyways, enough about them. That's another day. So, Testimony Apocalypse. Okay. So, Brian, Paul, let's go to you. Drums. So, you've been a drummer, man, for a long time, I guess, huh? Your whole life?
I started drumming when I was 20.
Wow, 20. I love the
20. Yeah.
background, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah,
God
an
rules
aw-
on this show. So, That's awesome.
Yeah, that's an offset of the album cover, the new album
Oh,
cover coming out.
ooh.
Yeah, this will be probably, maybe we'll use it maybe on the inside, for
Yeah.
liner notes or something like that, because it just
Yeah,
it really looks cool. So we're thinking we might use that for that.
it's pretty awesome. Yes. Okay. So since you're 20,
Yeah,
what got you to want to
2020.
be a drummer?
Um, I mean, I've said this in other interviews. Just was playing everything, playing guitar, playing drum or a bass,
Oh,
singing, whatever the band needed. And long story short, the
you do it all.
one of the guys that was the drummer said, "Hey, can I leave my set at your house?" And I
Yeah.
said, because my parents were away on vacation, and I said, "Yeah, sure." He said, "Listen, man, if you want to get on it, go ahead, knock
Huh.
yourself out." I said, "Okay." Well, I got on it and I was like, I love it. I sold my bass, I sold my PA system, and got a drum set and said, I'm going to be a drummer. And that was before I was a Christian.
Wow.
So
That's before you were a Christian?
before I was a Christian, yep.
Oh,
Yep.
wow.
Became a Christian shortly after that. And then I was like, I'm going to play drums for the Lord.
All right. That
And
sounds good.
yeah, yeah. And that's how it ended up going into Sacrament. So,
Ah.
yeah.
Yeah, I
So I've been,
became a Christian, I think, in 86.
yeah, same time as me.
87, yeah. It's
Right.
awesome.
Same time. Yep.
Woo! That's good stuff. Yes, your lyrics are intense, man. Who writes all the lyrics?
For the band currently,
Sure, yeah, testimony
right
about
now,
TOA. Yeah.
Derek. Yeah.
You
that's
would say
Derek.
Derek, definitely.
Derek,
Yeah, Derek writes all
Derek is
there.
the one that's writing the lyrics. Yep.
Okay. Do
We
you
give
know
him some.
what do you guys have a general focus of what you're trying to accomplish through this project? Lyrically, I mean, as a team, you guys should probably know what he's trying to accomplish.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean some ideas, like once we had the theme for the album Agony in the Garden, definitely
yeah.
Paul, because Paul had some written lyrics on a song, but in the past. So I think Paul and Derek had some input, or had talked about it a little bit, like where the themes of some of these songs were going to go.
Yeah.
So actually, on the album there is a trilogy of songs that are all Agony in the Garden, part 1, 2, and 3. So part 3 was the last single that we released. Was part 3, and part 1 was the second single that we released. So part
Okay.
2 is yet to be heard, but it's there
Haven't
and
heard
it's
two
done.
yet.
It's done. It's done, and it's really good. And I think people will see, hear when they hear all 3 how they all kind of tie together. So,
Sounds
yeah, I
good.
mean, I think that there's definitely discussion over the lyrics, and Paul and Derek's always telling us like, "Hey guys, I think I'm leaning towards this theme. Here's some of the lyrics I'm working with."
Yeah.
So yeah, he tells us what he's doing.
Okay. Now, what kind of drive? I mean, like, are you guys more Christian based lyrics? I mean, obviously you have Christ in the background,
Yes.
but okay, more Christ. Okay, base. So is it? So you guys try to focus on more revelation type of stuff, like things that going to come on the second coming type of scenarios, or you guys base it off of life, just general life type of scenarios, or what do you kind of try to focus about? What do you focus on?
I think it could be a combination of all
Yeah.
those things. It could
Yeah.
be life. It could be um, the 3 songs that are coming out, Agony in the Garden 1, 2, and 3. It's like the
Yeah.
first one. The first one deals with Adam and Eve, right? That they had agony in the garden when they fell,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then the second one that nobody has heard yet deals with, and actually that was what really where the album idea came from, was when Christ was in the Garden of Gethsemane, and he
Uh,
was, and that's where
okay.
I was reading a commentary, and it said, people call that, agony, and that was Christ's agony in the garden at that
Yeah.
point. He
Okay.
was
I can see that. Yeah.
praying can this cup pass from me? So that's where that came from. And then I guess I had said something to Derek. I said, hey, it's funny. I was thinking, that's not the only agony in the garden. There was the agony in Adam and Eve, that garden. And he said, yeah, I'm going to explore that. And I said, okay. And then the next thing you know, when he presented it to me and Nick, he's like, yeah, by the way, it's Agony in the Garden 1, 2, and 3. The third one, the third one has to deal with the fall of the devil. And he's falling in the agony of garden.
It's true.
Fire. So that's where it tied in. The other songs are maybe we'll have to have Derek. Hopefully, Derek will be able to catch us here at the halfway point and chime in. But yes, our lyrics are very thought provoking, I believe.
Yeah,
I believe they are challenging, but they are making you think about your faith, about what's going on in life, and how are we supposed to be, interacting with the people of the world, type of thing.
Okay, now with you coming from Sacrament, is this a totally different type of project to you as far as lyrically and the goal reaching or whatever? Is it different?
Different dynamic. Nick, what do you think? I don't think it's. I think it's a little more. I think it's similar, but I mean the music is totally different, obviously.
Well, I think for your experience, Paul, is that you're doing it a little bit differently. Last time you were, more in person outreach, right? When you're touring, yes. And then now you're reaching, possibly the same amount of people, but it's or more, but it's virtually or through streaming, hearing our music that way, or watching these interviews and things like that, which you didn't do much of probably, in the 90s. So
yeah, it didn't exist.
That's awesome.
We had no internet.
No, I can see that though. Yeah. He's well spoken, huh? I like him.
Yeah. Nick or me? Nick is definitely well spoken.
Okay, Nick, we're gonna go back on to you then right now. So are you a family man, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
right
absolutely.
On. That's good.
Two kids that are approaching their teenage years. So
any cats and dogs?
But one of each.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Family, I would animal lover too as well. That's awesome.
Yeah, we also got 2 lizards too. So
got
two lizards.
Yeah,
we had a salamander before. That's
nice.
Awesome. So okay, so your first instrument you said was bass.
It was guitar. I would say guitar.
Oh, you originally started with guitar, but then you played bass, and then you went back to guitar.
Yeah, I just played both in different projects.
You just go to wherever you're needed.
Yeah, I mean, but guitar would be my first choice. But yeah, I didn't mind writing the bass lines. I mean, I always tried to keep them interesting. On the first album, it wasn't just always following the root note or anything. But
yeah,
it's a whole other recording process you have to do and perfect. And I thought
exactly.
I don't want to get slowed down in writing and knowing that Derek was a great instrumentalist all through and through. Asking him to kind of take that on, and then he did an awesome job doing it. So but definitely guitar first.
Right on. How do you feel about? Do you feel like you're more of a studio musician or
I would say so.
Stage?
Just because I haven't done it in a long time, or often. I mean, I've done little things here and there, but I mean, at this point, I would consider myself more of a studio. But I could do it live. We would need a guitar player, but we could do it. Yeah, we could do it live, but no. But I would consider myself more studio now.
So, have you guys done many shows yet?
None with this project.
None with TOA yet.
No
shows. No.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Yeah. We're kind of looking at it more like, if that's what the Lord wants, then he'll make it possible.
Okay. I can
Right
see
now,
it.
we're at the point where we're with our jobs and our families and all the stuff that we have going on right now. It would really, there would have to be some serious like changes for us to be able to do that. And we've been in
Yeah.
prayer about it. And I personally haven't felt that call to go out again. But if those guys decided, hey, we think we could do this, then like I said, there'd have to be some sacrifices. And is that really what the Lord wants us to do?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, I can see probably a here and now type of show to, maybe, right? Possibly. So you're open to that. A possible once in a while.
It'd be great if we could figure it out.
I'm really trying. All right, I got you guys. I understand, man. Family is priority, though. You really I mean, you gotta take care of your family, your loved ones. So that's
Yeah, and
important.
I think too, to be fair, I did that. I did the touring thing. I drove all over the country and played shows everywhere, and slept on floors, and it's a lot harder than people think it is. Everybody thinks it's glamorous, oh, it's so great, you get to do this. It's like, no, you
No.
don't get to sleep, you don't get to eat. Sometimes you don't even get paid to do the you go all the way out there and it's like, oh, there's no money for you, sorry. And you don't get, so there's a lot that goes into it. Most of the time, most of us in Sacrament were sick. Everybody was sick. We were driving, like, we would play shows in Florida and then have to drive home to Pennsylvania. So we were like driving 23 hours straight. That's yeah.
Wow.
That is really hard. It really takes a lot out of you. And I was 24, 25 when I did that.
Holy.
Now I'm almost 60. It's like, yeah, the idea of doing that would be crazy.
Yeah, that would be nuts. Okay, so there is a possibility then. I'm just joking.
So what you're saying is, yeah,
so basically, you're still saying there's a chance.
Yeah.
Okay, we got that out of the way. A big fat no. Oh, anyways, folks, you heard it. You heard it from the main man. Anyway, so what kind of drum set do you play, by the way, Paul?
Right now I'm playing a Roland electronic kit.
You're an electronic kit. Okay.
Yeah. There's so much versatility with it.
Okay. So you can really tell it you have a lot more I mean there's what is it? So you like them a lot more better than just a regular wood kit or anything like that on top.
I think the biggest thing I like about them is that I can play them at midnight and I'm not bothering anybody.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right?
It's silent.
I can put my headphones on and I can blast away and nobody hears anything. Whereas a real drum set, I'm waking everybody. Everybody's awake if I'm playing. And so that was the main reason why I had switched a while ago.
The action, I was gonna say, is the action pretty similar to a regular set. I mean, with double bass, doing all this type of stuff. You would think
this drum set, yes.
Okay.
It's one of the higher end Rolands.
I mean, the bass drum is almost like a regular bass drum size. It's not that tiny.
Yeah.
On yours, right, Paul? It's like an actual bass drum front.
Like an 18-inch bass drum. It's an actual bass. It looks like a bass drum.
Wow.
But yeah, the action, the nuances, everything with it. I mean, it is very difficult to not feel like this is a real kit to me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool. Well, okay. Do you have ever venture off into doing other genres?
Paul and I will pass ideas back and forth sometimes, but it wouldn't be Testimony
It
of
wouldn't be
Apocalypse.
Testimony of
No,
Apocalypse. It would be like a side project if we did
Yeah,
something.
like other stuff. Yeah, like I said, like the lead singer, boy, he really has a great gothic voice too. I mean, like I can see a really cool gothic project with him.
Derek's got enough projects right now.
He's got enough. I
Eric
think
is
I
very
saw
busy.
a big old list like Thirsty, Burial Extraction, Crowned in Sorrow, Syringe, Ex Whisper from Heaven, something like that.
Yeah,
Some of those are still going, and then he helps a lot of other musicians and does mixing and
yeah, he's such a slacker.
yeah, yeah,
Okay, I'll have to edit this part out.
I've told him he's a slacker. He laughs. He thinks it's funny because I'm like, dude, you are so busy doing stuff for everybody. I mean, it's amazing what he's able to do. The Lord's really given him, a blessed experience with all the music that he does.
Oh, that's awesome. So you guys, I mean, you guys are so darn talented yourselves. And so metal, what made you want to do metal out of all genres? I mean, what drives you to metal?
I think, well, see, I grew up on it. Like I came into metal, like metal wasn't even a thing, and it became a thing when I was a teenager. So I kind of just gravitated towards it, and it was just like, man, I love this. And I just I always liked it. So
it's just fit in your blood, huh?
Yeah, I mean, and see, like back in school, when I was in school, I mean, a lot of people didn't like metal, right? Because it was new. But there were a group of us that did like it. And so we had like our own little, you had the jocks and yet we had the metal dudes. And like that's when we talked about metal and shows that we were going to go see and that kind of stuff. So the natural thing for us to do or want to do was let's make a band.
Yeah.
Let's make a band, man. Let's do a metal band. Yeah, this is awesome. So that's how I got started in it. And yeah, it's just been there.
Okay, so now coming from being just a regular metalhead, when did it change to go to Christian music?
Like I said, I had gotten that drum set, decided to play drums and was playing drums. And there were a couple guys or a couple of the guys that I was hanging with that we were, doing music together. They were, I don't know, they were saying stuff about God and Jesus and all this stuff. I'm like, man, come on with that stuff. I don't want to hear that. But it was funny. They had said some stuff, and I had gone to Sunday school and everything, and I was just like, that's not right. What you're saying is not right.
Yeah,
exactly. I'm gonna go home and read my Bible, and I'm gonna read it for ammunition, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna slam you guys with it. And I ended up not reading the Bible and ended up reading a different book. It was called The Countdown to Armageddon. It's 1980 by Hal Lindsey. Lord works in mysterious ways.
Yes, he does.
Ended up reading that book from the front cover to the back cover, and at 5:30 in the morning decided I need to give my life to Christ. Like, what am I doing? And that was it. That's when it changed. And then naturally it was, well, I still want to play metal, but now I want to play it for the Lord. Yeah. That's when it changed.
How about you, Nick?
Metal. I mean, probably when I started playing guitar, like 11, 12 years old. And I just fell in love with like hearing the different rhythms and the tightness of metal, just in general, like the way that you a lot of stop start.
Yeah.
And learning all the intricacies. Like I really liked the technical piece of it. And
so you can get all fancy, you get all over the place.
I mean, if that's what it comes to, yeah. But I really love that. I mean, like, first couple bands I heard were like Metallica, Megadeth, Pantera, and then, eventually a few years later, I heard that, Sacrament, Living Sacrifice, Extol. So there was like, that how much more technical can you get than Extol? So that it amazed me. I mean, I don't know. So just playing that style was always something I enjoyed it, and it's still challenging to this day. Like I'm trying to play something, I hear it, and then
Yeah.
just that you can actually play it and record it well enough. Yeah,
So
I love that
it's a
process.
challenge. So you're not
Yeah.
saying that it's easy for you to
No,
do it, but that's good though. At least you work hard for it, you know.
and then I
You have a
double every
love
track.
there.
I double every track, so I double every rhythm
Yeah.
track, so making sure that you get that second track as tight as possible. So it's just it's a fun challenge, to be honest. So
Brilliant. Awesome. So other before this, what you said you were in Risen, and what was that right before Risen?
Paul was in Sacrament.
Okay, I was no,
But
it
then,
was you then.
but
So
then
Risen,
I was in other bands, but they were small bands like high school bands and things like
yeah,
that. Nothing,
yeah. Oh,
but
nothing like little garage bands.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's cool. Those are fun days though, man. Can't forget those days.
No,
Never
no,
forget those days. That's what we're here for right now, man. We're not gonna ever forget them. Man, I live for them every day. Anyways, they're not glory days because we just keep it going.
that's right.
Right, you know it. So tell me, Paul, when we gotta have that new album coming out? When are we
Well, I
expecting
think
that?
I'm thinking that we're planning on trying to have everything done by the end of July, meaning the end of July, meaning everything is done. Now it's got to go,
Yeah. Oh, okay.
get processed and all that stuff. So we're looking for what I would say, Nick. Are we going with September?
Probably.
We're looking for September of this year that it's
Okay.
coming out, the whole thing. We just released the third single, and that's it. You're not going to get anything else until you get the album. So I told the guys, I said, hey, like, listen, we just put the third single out, and that is our tradition that when, we put 3 singles out before we put the album out.
Okay.
That's it. We're not changing. Like, it's three songs, and now it's got to be the album. So like we've got to push a little bit to get it done, but I think it's reasonable, Nick. I think we're going to be able to do it. I mean, me and Nick have written 8 of the 10 songs that are going to be on the album. So we're done 8 out of 10. So we have 2 left to write. So we're Nick is working on 9, and then we have 10. So we only have one song really to come up with.
Right. And we have some ideas. I mean, there's a few ideas floating, so
it's narrowing it down.
Yeah.
Which is going to be the song that we're going to use, type of thing. So we have I think 9 is settled. I think we have 9 settled. It just has to be recorded. 10 is the one that we're like, what do we feel like? What do we, there's a couple songs that we could go with. It's just what song should it be?
I hear you.
Yeah.
Well, good for you, man. Good for you guys, man. Stoked. So are you happy about this album? You feel like the energy of this album is going to be equal as your past albums?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be more.
You think it's going to be more?
I think so. At least from what the feedback that I've been hearing from people and feedback that we're getting on the like song reactions, like we get send it to someone and they give us a reaction video on the song. So far we haven't heard anything. I haven't heard anything negative about what we're doing. I've only heard that, like, wow, these guys they're, and I think too, when we listened to it, I made a reel and put it on Facebook a couple of weeks ago, and it was like one song I picked off the first album, one song I picked off the second album, and then one song from the third album. And when you listen to them, at least I can, when I listen to it, I feel like, wow, like, yeah, we're definitely moving forward. Like we're getting more technical.
Yeah.
We're getting more tight. I think the sound that we have now, I think is really sounding really good to me.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I hope that it goes, it reaches more people. So
Okay, as an older gentleman, how do you keep that juice going, man? That fire.
well,
You're getting better with age, man. You're a fine wine.
yeah, fine wine. Well, I think part of the reason is the job that I do. The job, I'm a truck driver, and it's a very physical job. So I'm in and out of
Okay.
the truck a lot. I'm opening dumpsters, and there's stuff that I'm doing. So it's very physical. Um,
Yes.
the other thing is how we're recording. So we're recording, and when we record, I only have to focus on one song,
Oh,
right? So
okay.
I'm not playing 15 songs and then trying to record one song.
That's true.
Does that make
It's
sense?
not like you're doing a full set every
Right. Like I can
time.
play,
Yeah.
like Nick can give me the song and I can play it and I can listen to it and I can listen to it in the truck and I can say, okay, that's a good bass level. That's a bass level drum beat for that song. That's it. It's just a bass level. And I'll tell Nick, hey, cut me some slack. It's just it's just the preliminary drum beat. This isn't like the final drum beat or anything. This is just I'm just putting some ideas out there. Sometimes I like to record it and then I'll send it to Nick and I go, what do you think of this? Like, is this the vibe that you're looking for? Is this
Yeah.
the right feel that you're feeling? And he'll say most of the time it'll be like, yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking for. And I'll be like, okay, so we're on to the right formula. And then I get to listen to it in the truck. So I listen to it over and over and over and just listen to it and go, I don't like that part. I don't like that part. I don't, or I do like that part. That part needs double bass. Let's, next time I record that, I want to try something different. So then the next week I'm playing what I'm thinking in my head should be, well, I should try double bass there. I might try it and go, nope, it's still not right. It's got to be there's got to be something else. So you kind of like push yourself to be more inventive with the beats. I'm also looking at, like, I'll listen to it and I'll be like, I played that beat on the last album, or I played that beat on the song on this album, and I'm trying not to do that. I don't want to make the beats all the same, so I try to change.
Of course.
So I'm only doing one song, right? So I may practice it all week, and I get to Saturday when I'm not working, and that's the day I'm going to record because that's the freshest I'm going to be, right? I didn't work.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it early in the morning, and you're going to get the best strength, stamina, everything for that song. Now, I might have to record it 5, 6, 7 times to get it right.
Yeah.
But I will get it. So that's the
good
difference
stuff.
in recording. Like the old days of recording, you had to get it right. I had to get it right all the way through without a mistake. There was no, like, I couldn't go back and fix stuff. It was like, no, this is it. You gotta do it. You gotta play the song all the way through without a mistake. The whole album. It was way more difficult to record in the early.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, a lot easier now. Good. That's awesome. A lot of do-it-yourself bands, anyways. I mean, that's pretty much what everything is. It seems like anymore.
Yes. I mean, me and Nick and Derek Derek lives in Texas. Nick lives close enough for me to play together. But to be honest, we have not played together in the same room ever.
Wow.
Ever. This is all remote.
Not for this project. Yeah, not for this project.
No.
That's crazy. Wow.
It's amazing.
Well, that is amazing. Well, anybody that you guys would like to say thank you to for your success so far? And you can start with you, Nick, if you want.
Yeah, I mean, there's been so many people that we've met. I couldn't go through everybody, but the first label was the Karen Collective, and Eric Shirey introduced us to a lot of people, including Seth, who does all of our art. And in turn, we ended up meeting Derek and Brian, who you interviewed from Burial Extraction. We met kind of early days of both of the projects, and we support each other. He's done stuff on our albums. Our last album, he did 2 songs on.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
He did the vocals for. So, like, just he's great. Yeah, and everyone's doing it, for the same reason, right? So, I think you thank the Lord and you thank everybody involved in how we got here.
Yep,
that's what I would say. But Paul, I don't know.
Yeah, go ahead, Paul. Good job, man.
Thank for the opportunity that we've been given. I mean, like Eric Shirey from Karen Collective, Bill from Rocks is now, we're working with him. Scott Waters, who does, the art layout and stuff for the albums. Seth Matoyer does all of the artwork that you see, like the one right behind me and the one behind you. And also, it's just, I feel like it's just a blessing to be able to be playing with this band and doing what we do. And like I told you, I never would have expected this is what I would be doing at this time in my life, but I am, and I'm thankful to the Lord that he's given me still more opportunity to go out and praise him.
That's awesome. Yeah, such a fire. I appreciate it. That's so awesome. It's such a pleasure to meet you, buddy. And Nick, he was, dude, he's coming on right as we're leaving. You joking?
Oh, wait.
I got to get him on for the second. We got like 1 minute. Oh boy, but I can't turn him away.
No, we'll have to talk quick, Derek.
Derek, it's a 30-second commercial.
Come on now.
Come on, Derek. Derek, you got 1 minute.
1 minute, okay. I am Derek. Bye.
Love you, Derek. We'll get you back on again. Don't worry. Right when you guys get a new album out, let's get back together, all 3 of us, and we'll do a promo. You guys can talk about every track, and the 8 they done, and the 2 that you're doing. How about that?
That'll work. Sound good.
All right, but hey, man, I appreciate you. I love your voice. It's awesome. I love that gothicness, man. I'm a goth rocker at heart, and so anyway, so much love to you, and I always got your back on my show. So I appreciate all of you. More rock, less cock. Here on the show, we had hello, my friends, and hello again.
Guys are saying it's 30,000 or 7,500.
Yo. And so, yeah, that design on the background is like really intense. The colors are amazing too. I like all the black involved with it. So
yeah, I like that. On the side, I'm able to kind of hide over here to the from me looking at, I'm on the left and Christ is on the right. That's it.
So who did that artwork?
Derek saw your start at 6:15, so I think he left. It's like, Derek, come back. We'll see. We'll see how long.
It's all right.
Nick said he has to leave at 6:30, so he had to start now. So all right, so let's see. Derek, I'm getting messages now. Sorry, man.
It's all right. Hey, it's all right. This is recorded for 40 minutes.
Just gonna say, I am talking to Rooster.
I got Luke Easter coming on next.
Okay. When's he coming on? 7?
No, like I have him. I had him like scheduled at 4. Well, top of the hour. Yeah, 4 here. But It's all right. I
Okay,
told
so
him,
right now it is
you
6.
have to be patient, young man. That's what I had to say. So we had to get this boy on.
Is what it is.
It is. I felt bad.
Yeah,
but
you got to hear.
it was pretty funny though. He got, hi, I'm Derek.
He's like,
Hi.
bye.
That
That was
good.
awesome.
And I honestly didn't want to end that way either. I'm like, no, that wasn't right, you know. Anyways, it is what
Yeah,
it
he
is.
was. He said he got pulled over by a state trooper for his taillights.
Oh,
That's what he said. I would have made it, but I got pulled over. It's like, man, that sounded like targeting.
yeah, that does. Targeting metalheads. How dare he? Anyways, oh my goodness, what's going on with my thing? Okay, so what was your first metal album that you purchased?
First metal album I purchased was probably Quiet Riot.
Ooh, yes, I like that.
Metal Health.
Yeah,
I told you
Metal Health.
I go way back. I mean, that
Yeah.
yeah. Who else did I like back then? Ozzy. Diary of a Madman was probably my other set. That was probably like 1 and 2. And then it was Motley Crue. I mean, as new bands came out, I mean, our whole thing was like going to a music store and finding who is the next new metal act that is out there that is good.
Yeah.
You know, you wanted to hear.
Yeah. The new
and we'd pick it up and be like, yeah, we would listen to it and be like, oh, that's that's the drummer's great, the guitar player's great, the bass player's great, the singer is terrible. Like, who picked that singer? That singer stinks. You know? So yeah, it was kind of rough there for a while. But then after a while, it did start to get, then the more I got into it, the music started to get heavier. So it was like Quiet Riot, Ozzy, Rat, Dokken, and then it started to move into Metallica, Anthrax. It started getting heavier and heavier. Exodus, Testament. So it started to get heavier and heavier as we started doing it. And then
yes, it did. Yeah, you could definitely see the elevation of it.
And it started to go into like death metal. So you'd had like Death, Destruction, Death Row. I mean, there was a lot of bands that were coming out, but the whole way through I was still liking it. Like, it didn't throw me off or anything. It was just like, all right, this is fine. This is a new extreme of metal. It's a new version of metal. It's like getting So that's where I was.
When it came to vocals, are you more of a more darker, deeper vocal or more higher pitched vocal? What do you prefer?
I prefer, to be honest, right now, I prefer how Derek sings. He
does do a darn good job, huh?
I mean, he can sing. Like, he has a really, really nice voice. He can sing. He has like this alternative grunge kind of sound sometimes when he's singing. And then he has like his death metal voice. And then he has his I think they call it goblin, like, it's like, I call it Schmeagol. He sounds like the dude from Lord of the Rings,
Yes.
Yeah, so he has so many different versions of what he can do. That, and I like versatility. I like variety. I like some songs, like the most recent song that we did. There is no clean at all. There's no clean in that song. But in
that's
the first,
lost to the flame. Is that what you're talking about?
Flame, there's no cleans in that at all. But like, if you listen to Innocence Lost, there are cleans in it. So, and then there's the song Refraction that was the first song we put out, and that has a lot of clean in it. So, if you see, the first song that he did for us vocally was The Time Has Come, off of that album that you have behind you, The Offering.
Yes.
That was actually, somebody else was supposed to sing that song.
Oh.
Somebody else was supposed to sing it, and at the last minute just had some family issues come up and they couldn't do the song. And they told me, hey, I can't, I'm so sorry, but I can't do it. And I was like, you need to take care of your family. Don't worry about it. I went to Derek and said to Derek, like, what are we going to do? Like, dude, like, this is the first song on the album. It's got to be killer. It's got to be a great tune.
Yeah.
And he's like, don't worry about it. I got it. What? He's like, I got it. I'm cool. I got it. I'll do it. And I was like, okay. So he did it. And that song, when we heard it, I was just like, at one point I heard that at my kitchen table. I like burst into tears. That's how strong that song is when he sings. And it's his clean voice, but it's what he's saying. And I just lost it. I was like, dude, you did an amazing job. And then me and Nick talked about it afterwards, and we were like, I think we had to. I think we should ask Derek to be our singer.
Yeah.
He's already playing bass. He's already mixing for us. Let's just see if he would be interested. Now, at that point he had already been playing for Burial Extraction. I wanted to make sure, like, hey, is that cool with you to be? And he's like, well, I'm singing with you guys, so it's a different. He's singing in bass, but he's not doing that with Burial. So it looks like Derek just said, I'm good, had to go to the bathroom. So there's Nick. Nick is on. Now just need Derek.
What's up?
Welcome to part 2. Oh,
yes.
Without the birthday boy.
He's coming.
How funny.
He's
That's
good.
all right. It's all good.
You definitely want to ask him stuff about how he's writing his book.
Who's the one on No Escapes the Judgment? None escape the judgment. Who's the vocals on that?
Is the singer?
Yeah.
That's Mike Tyrone from Sacrament.
Oh,
that's
wow,
Mike Tyrone.
Okay.
From the album Testimony of Apocalypse by Sacrament.
Yeah.
That singer. That's who is singing Escape the Judgment.
Yeah, that's my favorite album too. How dare you say that? I love that album, man. It's like you guys came out at that time, and then Seventh Angel came out, and I was in love with them too. And then Living Sacrifice's first album came out, and then The Crucified, of course. I mean, I love them. So it's just, I don't know. I get a joy out of listening to this type of music because I get a joy out of Christ. I get a joy out of positive stuff, positive messages,
Right.
And that's why I fell in love with the Christian metal music, and it mortification and all that all opened my eyes, to that, we can let out this aggression and up, intention in us and still be godly, and
absolutely.
So, that's exactly.
There he is.
Hey,
I'm here.
Welcome to our sick world.
Right.
Good to have you, bud. Good to have you. So,
yeah.
All right. So you worked with Burial Extraction, huh? Yeah, you're the one.
I play drums and guitar for Burial Extraction, and then do the mix master.
All right. He was talking good things about you, so.
Oh, that's good.
I had an interview with him, so yeah, it was good though.
Oh, with Brian.
Yes, sir. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a good guy. Good guy.
Yeah.
Well, welcome. I do appreciate you, buddy. How long have you been a vocalist?
Oh, probably since. Gosh, hold on. I gotta think about it. Probably nearly 30 years.
You sing really high pitched too?
Something like that. Yeah, so maybe about 24 years as a vocalist in a band, I would say.
Okay.
Because I kind of started in back in like 2000. It's kind of whenever I had my first band. So.
Okay. What was your first band?
So we were a progressive death metal band called Syringe.
Okay, syringe. Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
it was. We were very, very influenced by the band Tourniquet and Believer and Sacrament, and bands like that.
Woohoo, Sacrament.
Yeah. So you pretty much just been involved with Christian metal bands, then is that pretty much the right assumption? Oi. Yeah, the better one.
Part of has been mostly Christian bands.
Yeah.
I've played in a couple of secular death metal bands at one point, um, but I work with a lot of non-Christian bands currently in my studio, and yeah.
Oh my goodness, you didn't tell me, Paul, that he was secular. Now we have a secular guy on the show. I'm just joking.
Uh,
I'm joking, man. We're all sinners, man. Who cares? So that's awesome, man. Do you play any other instruments? Do you play instruments like guitar, bass, all that?
Yeah. So my main instrument is actually lead guitar. And I've been playing guitar for 33 years, something like that. But yeah, and I've been playing bass almost as long as that. I started playing drums, yeah, probably 25 years ago. And then I also played piano and keys, and then of course vocals and
Yeah.
mandolins, sitar, all that fun stuff.
Isn't it
Hello,
amazing?
I kind of try to
Cello?
get my hands on everything that I can.
Yeah, exactly. The thing that's awesome about that, each instrument kind of like takes care of a little part of you, a little part of your soul. A little like piano
Oh,
is totally different from, I'm sure drums are more physical, and mental and physical, and all that, a little bit trying, challenging, but
yeah.
bass, man, is good and laid back, you get with the rhythm and feel that, flow going,
Hmm.
and bass is basic, but it's
Yeah.
fun. I love it. So I mean, each one of them
Yeah,
has its
I play at
own
my
little
church.
thing. Ah, you
Hmm.
play at your
Yeah, and I
church.
play at my church too. And I play at I mainly play bass at church.
Yeah.
So and that's my favorite instrument for worship music, and because I can just really feel it. And but yeah, at my church they switch me between bass and drums most of the time, and then they'll put me on electric guitar whenever either the main guy is out, or if they need like shreddy solos, because that's what I do. They asked me to play keys once, but I didn't have to, thankfully, because that's my least comfortable instrument.
I did it one time, and that was during a prayer group before church. It was an hour long, and so I played for an hour. It was fun though. I only know chords, but
Yeah.
it was still fun though. You can get lost into it. Anything that you put your heart into it, But remember what it says: whatever you do, do it unto the Lord, not
Mm-hmm.
unto men, anyways. So it was really nice to be able to have that time to just to
Yep.
kind of forget about the cares of the world, which can be really tiresome sometimes,
Right.
So you a family man as well?
Yeah. I've got a
You
wife.
are. You got a
But
wife?
yeah.
A
Well,
pet?
we were actually visiting family today over the weekend, so just got back from traveling to go see them.
Okay. I hope it went well. So, do you have a pet?
So, but yeah, I've got my wife, and she did the same kind of music, so it's nice.
Oh, she listens to metal too.
Nope.
No pet, huh? Okay.
Oh
All
yeah.
right. All right. You heard it.
No,
Okay, that's good.
can't afford it right now.
So you still doing work with testimony with burial extraction and this project as well?
Yeah, so right now we're finishing up the EP right now. Um, I've got a couple of guitar solos left to record, but then I'm going to go ahead and get one song mixed because it's completely finished. I'm going to get that mixed so we can release a single, and then I'll finish those guitar solos and then mix the rest of it, and then we'll be done with that.
Okay. Yeah. Hey,
And
Nicholas.
we told him earlier in the interview.
Yeah.
We told him you were very busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
I told him you were a slacker.
Very much.
That's all right. So, real quick, Nicholas. Yeah, you said that.
Yeah.
Okay, you like playing guitars. Are you more a rhythm guitar or a lead?
More rhythm. I mean,
You
I can do
pull
lead.
out
I
a
just can't do
lead.
the. Yeah, I
pull
mean,
out.
we actually have there's someone that's he does just some leads for us. Cameron Neely. He's actually in a couple other bands as well. And
Yeah.
him and Derek has done a lead on a song for us. So
And Ryan Roebuck.
I like to hear what other people can do. Yeah, Ryan Roebuck from Motivic, and yeah, it's just fun to have other people collaborate.
They can be pretty complicated, huh? I bet they can.
Yeah, I mean,
goodness,
I focus on the rhythm.
Crazy. I focus on the rhythm.
Oh yeah,
I know. I find peace in rhythm, though. I find the peace in it. You know, I like rhythm too. I love guitar. Love rhythm guitar. Anyway, so yeah, I know. I know it's an easy way to cop out. You know, instead of saying I could do lead, I can't do lead though. No, I can't do it. I try, but so much love and respect to you, Derek, for being able to do it and pulling it off. So,
well, to God be the glory.
Yeah, definitely. So, both is this the music that you prefer to play? Your favorite type of genre to play? Because it says that you've been a part of a vast amount of bands. So,
yeah, I definitely prefer like extreme metal.
More extreme metal. All right.
Yeah.
And do they have to have certain criterias as far as lyrical wise?
I mean, for what I play for, I play for Christian bands, but
which is
you
good.
know, like
that's good. I love
if
the
a
Lord
local
too.
band here asked me to fill in for them, I'll fill in for them. But you know, but as far as like anything that I'm gonna like actively be like officially a part of, it's for me. It has to glorify God.
That's good. Good for you. It's good to stand up for him. He's he stands up for us every day. So it's nice to stand up for him. You know it. Right on. It's good stuff. So your vocals, man. Are you are you a fan of goth rock at all?
Yeah. Yeah. So a couple of my favorite bands.
You have a kind of edgy
genre,
voice like that.
Yeah, a couple of my favorite bands in that genre are gonna be something like Savior Machine and Wedding Party. Like I really like bands like that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to get him on the show, man. I'm trying. Savior Machine, man. I'm trying. I'm working on it.
Yeah, he might be hard.
I know. He looked at my message though. He looked at it. So I gotta get him to look at it a few more times. Anyway, so
yeah, but as far as
awesome.
like some of that goes, like I listen to a lot of death metal and black metal and power metal, progressive metal, you know, stuff that has like a wide range of vocal styles in it. You know, anything
You
from like
mentioned
the growls
Believer
to the black metal shriek.
You mentioned Believer, man. That's Believer's pretty all over the charts, man. Those dudes were talented. Yeah.
Yep.
Did you know that he became a doctor? Like a heart doctor or something like that.
Yeah, I believe so.
Woo. Bless that brother.
Yeah, I think I've heard that.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, I see the picture of him with his little doctor outfit type thing. And yeah, it's crazy. Woo. That was always one of my favorite bands, though. What was that? Oh, come on. Oh, man, Lord, it's just right on the tip of my. It starts with this S. and it has um uh
Talking about Sanity
anyway,
Obscure.
Sanity Obscure, darn it. Yes, that's it. You got it. You beat me to it.
Yeah.
What was that?
That's a
What
great
was that?
album.
What was that? What was that early album that was a turn for you that got you to all pumped up, man?
Shoot, one of the well, as far as like any Christian band,
Yeah.
it was probably Live Sacrifice and Habit. That album, that album was awesome. Like that's one of my
Oh,
favorite albums to this day.
all right. Mine's definitely Mortification. Love those guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes. Uh it was definitely Brutal Warfare. Definitely out. That album was
Mm.
yeah. Anyway, so I appreciate you, buddy, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for being such a motivator, a lover for music, a lover for God, keeping it real, and for having an awesome voice and your impact on music so far in
Yeah.
the metal scene. Good job, man. Anybody you like to thank for
I appreciate it.
success and all that so far?
Well, thank you for bringing us on here and yeah,
I'm a little
definitely,
person.
thanks to all anybody that supports us, and because that's the only reason we keep doing it is through God and through other people's support. So it's been amazing.
You excited about the new album?
I am.
You are.
Yep. There's a lot of good songs, so we're still working through them.
That's awesome. All right. I heard that you're gonna have what a 9-10 track album, and you guys have
Yeah,
like
10,
8
I
done
believe.
so
Yeah.
far, and hopefully a couple on the way. Right?
Yep.
Mhm.
All right. All right. Hold it up. Hopefully by September. Yep. See, I didn't
Hope
forget
so.
that.
Yep.
That's the plan.
All right. So we'll get you guys back on the
Chugging right
show then.
along.
When that time comes, we'll get you guys back on again and promote your new album. And if you guys want. So, but I do appreciate you guys and thank you for your time. I got to get to Luke Easter, man. He's waiting for me. Goodness, that poor guy. I know. Good old tourniquet coming up next here on the Roosta Show. But I
Right.
want to thank you again, Testimony of Apocalypse, to Nick, to Paul, and to my new friend Derek. I thank you for being here. Thank you. I really enjoyed you guys' time. And you guys take care.
you.
God bless. And you always have a home here. So,
God bless you too.
Yep. God bless you. Bye bye. Salute.